Hi, everyone. Here we are. Yes, the waning moon, not the waxing moon, as I put on my Facebook page this morning when I make the announcement. We are still in retrograde season, Mercury retrograde to be exact. So we can make miscalculations in communications. So there you go. Of course, I kind of feel like that's all the time nowadays. So here we are. Waning moon. We had a beautiful full moon in Pisces last week, and I hope you got to see it and experience it. It was so lovely. The first night it was raining here and cloudy, so I didn't get to see it, but the next night it was just as vibrant as ever. So here we are, and it has been an interesting couple of days for myself. So we can start off with, I'm not going to be reading anything from any books today. Not really feeling the energy, but I will be reading some more soon. So let's go into what this waning moon is bringing in for us. This is between, of course, the full moon and the new moon. So we've just had this big kind of feeling of so much coming out here. And now we're starting to get smaller and smaller into new beginnings. A new moon is a chance for new beginnings. And I did just post it on my Facebook page, but I'm going to give you some key notes to take away from this waning moon. So we are in a time of digesting and letting go. We're digesting everything that has just transpired with this full moon and still working on releasing and letting go. The things I mentioned all the time in all of my videos. Releasing, conditioning, things that we were taught that really don't resonate with us anymore. But we still find ourselves going through that spiral again and again. And I absolutely am finding myself going through that. The other thing to keep in mind at this time is that we have been, because Venus has been in retrograde for 40 days. Now we're still in what is called the dark part of a retrograde. So we're still coming out of that. And the way it's described, that the astrology I follow, the way they describe it, is that Venus, when she goes retrograde, it's like she goes into the underworld. So she goes into the darkness and starts looking at what's down there. Again, the deep caverns of our emotions. And she is starting to come out of that. But every time we take these deep dives, every time certain planets do this, we ourselves are doing the same. And I absolutely have been feeling that. And it really has to do a lot with relationships with ourselves and our relationships that we have with others, especially in our soul family, our close friends. And I have been feeling that shift for sure. Remember, we are at a crossroads right now. So what it's asking us to do is to continue shifting our perception. How can we look at the same issue that keeps coming up differently? And I am absolutely doing that too. I won't go into certain details about it, but I have had some things come up with me where I've always reacted one way. And I keep thinking, oh, I'm shifting my perception, I'm acting a different way. But I got hit with the same kind of feeling again, and I am still struggling with that. But here's the thing. We can give ourselves grace and ease. which is a hard thing to remember when we're going through something. But I keep telling myself that. I know that the creator is always there. I know that I am supported, and I'm beginning to trust more and to surrender too. Shifting your perception, continuing to do that. We are in these times of having things come in where we are having to shift our perception even more. Also, things to keep in mind. There's different ways of understanding things. And this all ties into conditioning and behavior patterns that we're used to. And now we can really look at, okay, how can I come up with a different way of understanding this versus always going to something we're used to responding with. So we're dealing with stability and flow, finding that balance. How can we remain stable yet still go with the flow? That is a difficult thing. And the two words, I pick out two words every year. I have been doing this for the past couple of years. My two words for this year are patience and surrender. And I have definitely been dealt both of those lessons a lot. But patience is something we are all learning. So finding that balance between stability and flow, that's the key, in my opinion, for this waning moon. That's what I'm getting coming in. Let's get on to pulling the cards, shall we? I'm doing the Soul's Journey deck from James Van Praagh. Keeping it simple today. I love this deck so much because it's straightforward. It gives you the emotions or the word, and you take what you need and leave the rest. So before we get started, let's do this today, as I like to do. Let's come into this here now here moment. So close your eyes, and hopefully if you're laying down, that's fine too. But just connect with the earth. Just imagine your feet growing roots and connecting to the earth, getting grounded in this space together right now. And take 3 deep breaths. You're more than welcome to put your hand on your heart. I'm feeling that so much today. And just breathe at your own pace and just come into this space with me. We are here together. I'll call in guardians of the 4 corners, mother in the earth, father in the sky, angels, ancestors, and sacred ones. I call on you and welcome you here in this space now. And I am grateful for your presence. Thank you for being with us. Okay. This is a 4-card pull. And see what the cards have to say for us. Let me do one more shuffle. Okay. All right. Thank you, angels, for revealing to us what we need to know. All right. So let's see what we got. And we didn't have any jumpers today. I will do my best to remember to see what is on the bottom of the deck. Here we go. Excellent. Let me see how we're setting this up. All right. Yes, okay, absolutely. All right, so there we are here. So the first card is, what do I need to release? What do I need to release between now and the full moon? And it is releasing not being grateful. So Gratitude. Gratitude is what we need to really focus on at this time. Finding the small things that we are grateful for when we get hit with certain things that come out of nowhere, or, having gratitude for the lessons that we're learning. It says, I am thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. I'm going to say that again. I am thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. And feel free to repeat after me. So gratitude. So what we need to release is just not being grateful. And that can be hard. But the more I do, when I get in those moments and I'm like, all right, what can I be thankful for? I can be thankful for my breath, first off. I can be thankful for being here right now. Simple things. I can be thankful that I have water to drink. And it will. I think most of you guys that watch this video know about gratitude and the power it really has. The second card, what will help me at this time? What will help us? And it is doubt. It is doubt. And it says, I release the need to know all the answers. Now, I do recall we have done this card, this deck recently, and doubt came in. So what will help us is to not doubt ourselves, to trust ourselves, to not always know that we have to know the answers for everything. We don't. It's hard to not ask why all the time. And just be. Just let it be, right? Let it be where these things are. And accept it. Acceptance is another word that I use a lot. Acceptance and awareness. Accepting where we are, not always asking why. And let's stop doubting ourselves. I am talking to myself here. Third card. What will help me accept and surrender? And this one came reversed. And I absolutely know why it is reversed, because guilt. We all know guilt. Every single one of us humans on this earth. It is the worst emotion, one of the worst besides fear. There's fear, shame, and guilt. Those are the lowest vibration words and feelings and emotions that we have put on ourselves. And guilt, it says, I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. That is a difficult one. As I mentioned, it came reversed. So that's a strong, strong message. How can we continue to release guilt? We can use gratitude. We can be grateful for ourselves. But guilt is really such a difficult emotion, and it can really tear us down. So please continue to work on letting go of the guilt. Final card is the final outcome of this waning moon. And as I mentioned before, Venus is coming out of retrograde, and that planet is all about love, relationships. So what is the final outcome? And it's relationships. It's relationships. I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good. So we let go of what is no longer serving us, and wonderful relationships, ones that we're in now, maybe new ones, maybe ones that we're revisiting again, are cultivating at this time. So we are looking further in at how we are in relationships to everyone around us. So gratitude is going to be a real big one for us, not doubting ourselves, letting go of the guilt. Let it go. Whenever you feel those feelings of guilt come up again, go to the gratitude train. Get on the gratitude train. Tell yourself, I love myself. There's no reason for me to feel guilty about anything. So I'm going to see what the bottom of the deck card is, and it's peace. So this is beautiful to round out these things because these are difficult emotions and things that are being shown to us here. The gratitude, not a problem, right? But the doubt and the guilt, those two are difficult. But if we continue to work through all of these things, peace in our hearts is where it is. Finding peace within ourselves emotionally, mentally, physically, finding peace. I am a being of love and I release all negative energy. I'm going to say that 2 more times here. I am a being of love and I release all negative energy. I am a being of love and I release all negative energy. What a wonderful mantra that one is. I could say that one all the time. I need to start getting that into my, reconditioning my brain with these beautiful mantras. That's what it's all about. That's why I am a big fan of mantras and affirmations. It is a retraining the brain because we have been so deluged with the negative. I am a being of love and I release all negative energy. And I hope that you do as well. We'll be back around. I'm coming back around just as that moon starts to go into that new moon phase next week. And I'll see you. Continue to be grateful and to be at peace with yourself. As always, I'm sending you peace, love, and soul. Thanks for joining. Take care.